Lesson number 38, customary measurement units. So customary measurement units are the units we use to measure things in the United States, in America. They're called customary measurement units. So we're going to talk about measuring three different things. All right. One is length. All right. So when we're talking about length, we typically use feet or inches or yards, or if it's very long, miles. All right. Talk about capacity. Capacity is like how much something can hold. So we talk about cups, ounces, pints, quarts, and gallons. And then we talk about weight, how heavy something is. We use pounds and ounces. And if something's really big, we use tons. So if you look at this chart here, these are the different conversions, how you get from one measurement to another. For example, 1 foot equals 12 inches. So, if something's 36 inches long, that means it's 3 feet. All right. So you're going to use this chart to convert between measurements. So let's look at an example. It says Brianna jogs 6 laps around a track each morning. The track is 1/4 mile around. How many yards does Brianna drag each morning? Well, first things first. All right. We got to figure out how many miles she runs. So we've got 6 laps times 1/4. All right. So if I do 6 times 1/4, well, I'm going to put over 1. There, 6 times 1 is 1 over 4. All right. Then I'm going to simplify it. All right. To give me 3 over 2. And 3 over 2 is the same as 1.5. Okay. So 1.5 miles. But we need to find out how many yards she jogs. So if we look at our customary chart, we know that 1 mile equals 1,760 yards. Okay. But she jogged 1.5 miles. Okay. So let's take half a mile. So half of 1,760 would be 880. All right. So if I add the 1,760 and the 880, I get 2,640. Another example, a rectangular print on the Smith's living room wall is 4 feet long and 2 feet 6 inches wide. How many inches longer is the print than it is wide? Well, okay, so all of my answers are in inches. So I'm going to convert all of these into inches so I can get to my answer. So the first things first is, well, it's 4 feet long. Well, we know that 1 foot is 12 inches. So I'm going to do 4 feet times 12 inches gives me 48 inches. All right, so it's 48 inches long. Now, the other one is 2 feet and 6 inches wide. Well, again, 2 feet times 12 gives me 24 inches, right? Because it's 2 feet. And then another 6 gives me 30 inches. All right. So if it's 48 inches tall and it's 30 inches wide, well, 48 minus 30 gives me 18 inches, which is our answer. And the last problem, each of the 16 crates on a freight elevator weigh 150 pounds. The freight elevator has a weight limit of 2 tons. How many more crates can be safely put out on the freight elevator? All right. Well, first things first, let's say how much 16 crates weigh. So if I take 16 crates times 150 pounds, I find that comes out to 2,400 pounds. Okay, so that's how much all the crates weigh. Now it says the freight elevator has a weight limit of 2 tons. Well, all right, let's convert that into pounds. So if I got 2 tons, well, 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, right? So 2 times 2,000 gives me 4,000 pounds. Okay, so the capacity is 4,000 pounds, and we're at 2,400 right now. All right, so how much more can it hold? Well, I take my 4,000, I subtract my 2,400, and that tells me that we have about 1,600 pounds left to work with. All right, there's 1,600 pounds left we can fit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that 1,600 and we're going to divide it by 150. And what do I get? Well, I get 10 with the remainder of 100. Well, I don't care about the remainder of 100 because I can't fit, half of a crate inside of it. So how many more crates can I hold? I can hold 10 more crates.